In the fresh embrace of an early Saturday morning, the sun peeked through the whispers of the wind, casting a golden glow across Greendale Park. At the heart of it all is 7-year-old Max, standing with a battalion of eager friends, their tiny hands clenching age-worn toys, the smell of adventure hanging playfully in the air. Max, a spirited boy with a mop of unruly hair, held tight to his favorite red airplane, a gift from his grandfather. With a loud battle cry, he led the charge towards the SANDB Ox, which they had transformed into an elaborate kingdom of castles and dragons. Beside him, Lily, equipped with a bright green bucket, dug trenches to protect their four. Tress, her pigtails bobbing in earnest. Nearby, under the sturdy arms of the ancient oak tree, Sam and Ella engaged in a lively game of tag. Their giggles filled the moor. Ning Air, tangled up with the occasional encouragement from parents lounging on nearby benches, sipping on cups of rescue, steamy hot coffee. The slide, worn from years of loyal service, became the kids' mountain, challenging little adventurers to mighty climbs and thrilling descents. Today, it was Everest and 5-year-old Jamie Deckel. Ared himself the youngest to summit, his tiny arms raised in triumph. As noon rolled around, a makeshift picnic blanket sprawled under the shade became headquarters for exhausted warriors. Shared sandwiches tasted of peanut butter and victory, while sips of juice from bobbly cups cooled parched throats. Time, a fickle Durly towards the afternoon, Max looked around at his band of friends, chests heaving softly with tired breaths, faces smeared with the day's conquests. As shadows struck,
under the golden warmth of a late spring sun, the local park buzzed with the laughter and chatter of children. Amidst the green, sprawled expanse, a small, sand-filled area was a hive of activity where toddlers converged with their immaculate shovels and mismatched buckets. Little Emma, a sprightly toddler with pigtails, was the unofficial leader of this pint-sized crew. Her laughter was contagious, spreading quickly among her comrades as they dug and sculpted awa. Why, their hands and knees smeared with sand. Today's agenda was simple yet ambitious. Build the biggest sandcastle the park had ever seen. Beside Tom struggled with a large blue pail almost as tall as him. With much effort and a little help from Emma, he turned the bucket upside down, his face lighting up as a perfect mound shaped up. Nearby, giggly Mia busily decorated the castle with stones and shells collected from last summer's beach visit, placing tea. Ham with the utmost precision of a seasoned artist. In the background, parents chatted and watched over their little ones, occasionally interjecting with APS and words of encouragement. Cameras clicked, capturing moments filled with innocent delight and mastery over simple joys. Suddenly, a rogue soccer ball rolled menacingly toward the masterpiece, but quick-footed Jake, the eldest of the group at 4.5 years, intercepted it with a heroic dive. Les stood unscathed, surrounded by cheers and clapping from tiny, sandy hands. As the sun began to dip, casting long shadows over the park, the toddlers took a final appreciative look at their creation. It was more than
in the heart of a sun-drenched park, amidst the giggles and shouts, the toddler playground buzzed with the vibrant energy of little ones at play. 2-year-old Lily, with her curly hair bouncing with each step, grasped her mother's hand as they approached the sandy play area. "Can I go on the slide, Mommy?" Lily sked with wide, hopeful eyes. "Yes, darling, but let's put on your sunscreen first," her mom replied, spreading a protective layer over Lily's rosy cheeks. Oh. NCE liberated, Lily scampered off toward the slide, her tiny feet kicking up sand as she went. Nearby, 4-year-old Ben was constructing a magnificent castle. A serious expression on his face as he concentrated on arranging his moats and battlements. His bucket and spade were tools of an expert builder, diligent L. In the heart of a sun-drenched park, amidst the giggles and shouts, the toddler playground buzzed with the vibrant energy of little ones at play. 2-year-old L. D. Lily, with her curly hair bouncing with each step, grasped her mother's hand as they approached the sandy play area. Can I go on the slide, Mommy? Lily sked with wide, hopeful eyes. Yes, darling, but let's put on your sunscreen first, her mom replied, spreading a protective layer over Lily's rosy cheeks. Oh. NCE liberated, Lily scampered off toward the slide, her tiny feet kicking up sand as she went. Nearby, 4-year-old Ben was constructing a magnificent castle. A serious expression on his face as he concentrated on arranging his moats and battlements. His bucket and spade were tools of an expert builder, diligent L. Y at his craft, a few feet away, the swings were occupied by twins Emma and Ethan. Their joyful laughter filled the air as they competed to see who could CH the sky first. The rhythmic creaking of the swings seemed like a cheerful melody played on an invisible piano. As Lily waited for her turn on the slide, her gaze landed on Ben's impressive sandcastle. Curiously, she toddled over, her interest piqued by the mountain of sand. Noticing her approach, Ben paused and D looked up, his initial caution turning into a welcoming smile. Do you want to help me? Ben asked, nodding enthusiastically. Lily plopped down beside him and grabbed a spare spade. Together, they shoveled sand, piled up towers, and created deep moats. Their collaborative efforts, interspersed with GG-less and occasional chatter about dragons and fairies, drew an admiring glance from both sets of parents. By the end of the afternoon, as the sun began to dip below the horizon, the playground had witnessed not just play but the budding of
In the heart of a bustling city park, filled with the laughter and shouts of children, there was a particular corner that sparkled with an infectious joy. Oh, the toddler playground was a vibrant tapestry of little ones, each engrossed in their world of make-believe. Little Emma, with her golden curl, and seeing with each hop, pretended to be a princess defending her castle. A bright blue slide, from dragons, which, to any adult's eyes, were just overly enthusiastic pigeons. Alongside her was Leo, a fearless pirate wielding a sand shovel, navigating the treacherous seas of the sandbox to find hidden treasure, his eyes sparkling with excitement under the afternoon sun. Nearby, on the green, velvety grass, tiny feet pattered and stumbled. Mia and Ian were the best of friends and had invented a game involving a red ball and the laughable notion of tag. Mia, giggling, rolled the ball towards Ian, who attempted to kick it back but mostly ended up chasing it gleefully. Their laughter was a melody that seemed to harmonize with the breeze. Under the shade of an old oak tree, Nora, a shy 2-year-old with big brown eyes, sat with her mom. Entranced by a book of nursery rhymes, she hummed along, only glancing at the other children, as if inviting them to share in her little tunes. This little playground, a universe of its own, buzzed with the energy of tiny humans exploring, creating, and mastering their little worlds. Parents lingered nearby, exchanging smiles and stories, forming bonds saint as their children were, tethered by the invisible lines of understanding and shared experiences. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over The park, it seemed to pause, as if to capture this moment. A snapshot of